Hi, welcome back to Waxing On. It's Wednesday, Classic Rock. And we're going to revisit one of the performers from a group we talked about quite a few months ago. The group was the Guess Who from Western Canada. A number of great hits. Two of the key players that stand out, Randy Bachman and Burton Cummings. And today we're looking at an album by Burton Cummings. Now, usually when I'm talking albums, if you only buy one, what do I say? Buy the greatest hits, buy a live album. Get a live album of the greatest hits. How can you go wrong with that, right? I got an album here, and this is beautiful. It reminds me a lot of like the Ron Sexsmith stuff we talked about earlier. You know, the man, his guitar, the man, his piano, just him singing songs to you. There's no band, there's no clutter. Same thing with Burton. The album's called Burton Cummings, Up Close and Alone. Now, we were lucky enough, my wife and I, to go and see one of his Up Close and Alone concerts. And basically, it's just him playing piano, singing the tunes. I mean, it's such a connection. It's so honest. It's right there. It's like he's singing them to you. It's like he's sitting in your living room doing these songs for you. No big band, no big production, no fancy stage show, just him singing his songs. And again, we got some of the songs from his solo career as well as songs from the Guess Who. So let's just go down the list of what we have here. Actually, I'll show you what came with it first, the booklet. Again, this album, or CD, came to me from a donation. My friend Colleen, thanks Col, dropped it off with a number of CDs, some of them Christmas ones, so we'll be seeing them in a few weeks, all right? And this is one I've been just waiting to get out, and again, it's just great tunes. Great tunes for us. I mean, in Canada, everybody knows these songs. I think some of them are very popular worldwide. Anyways, the jacket comes with a little booklet, all kinds of photos, stories about the songs. Let's give you some more pictures here. Obviously, we're seeing Burton through the years. And this is what I like about hard copies, whether it's albums, whether it's CDs, it's the extras. I realize the convenience and the vast catalogs that are available with streaming networks, but you don't get stuff like this. There was a time, I think, when I was buying or do digital downloads from Apple that you could go in and they would have a digital book that came with it. Not the same. I find it hard even to read books online. I like that book in my hand. I guess I'm just old school that way. But again, this is a great treat when you get it. All kinds of information. Great stuff. Okay, let's take a look here. We've got Albert Flasher, old tune from the Guess Who. Timeless Love, Stand Tall, Sour Sweet, another big hit there. Break It to Them Gently, one of Burton's big hits as a solo performer. Laughing, we're back to Guess Who again, Undone. Clap for the Wolfman, another great Guess Who tune, referencing Wolfman Jack, who some of you may know. I'll Play a Rhapsody, Share the Land, another great classic Guess Who. We talked about the album, I guess, months ago, could have been a year or two ago, because we've been running 2.5 with the Guess Who greatest hits. A lot of these are on there. Share the Land, again, a classic Guess Who tune. Here's one that's one of my favorites, and it's not really a song he released, but he does it in concert all the time. And he's talking about going to Lightfoot's house. I'm just going to see if I have it in the booklet here, because he might have a little story about that you'd want to hear. Well, he says, I thank Rick Moranis, who you may remember from Saturday Night Live, also part of Toronto Second City, for planting the seed in my head one night at his apartment on Demorier Place 1,000 lifetimes ago. It's silly, yes, and I have done this in front of Gordon. He's talking about walking by Gordon Lightfoot's house some night and hearing him sing. And what's Gordon singing here? Maggie May. And he does an imitation of Gordon Lightfoot performing Rod Stewart's classic Maggie May. And again, this wasn't released widely, but he did it in concert a lot, and it is great. It's a lot of fun. On with the next tune here. You Save My Soul, No Sugar Tonight, New Mother Nature. Again, classic Guess. Boy, I'm having a tough time with that, aren't I? Classic Guess Who. Ferry Across the Mersey. Oh, that sounds like old Jerry and the Pacemakers to me. One of those old tunes. So yeah, he's pulling in from somewhere else. Take One Away, I'm Scared, Dream of a Child, and again, back to a classic here, These Eyes. Good night, everybody. It was a live in the studio concert, just him playing, small studio audience. Let me see where we did this now. It recorded December 20th, 22nd, 1995, Glen Gould Studio, Toronto, Canada. And that was it. Him playing, small crowd there. It was a live performance. And again, it reminds me so much of the concert I saw. It was the performance he was taking when he was on the road. Burton Cummings, up close and alone. If you're familiar with the Guess Who, if you're familiar with his catalog, check this one out. It's a whole different presentation of the tunes. It is so honest. It is so immediate when you're hearing that from them. The reaction you get, well worth checking out. Certainly, not number one, but one of the great classic albums from a classic band, classic performer. Okay, that's it for Wednesday. Burton Cummings, up close, alone, solo concert. We'll see you on Friday when I think we'll be looking at a country album, kind of a little bit of a change up there for you. So until then, take care, stay safe. Thanks for stopping by.